Zscaler was mentioned. This is the stock that you wanted to take a look at today, ticker ZS. It's in a security software group and on pace for a pretty nice gain so far this morning.
Yeah, so here again, we'll see if it can hold it. That's going to be the trick. I was looking at a number of cybersecurity stocks on Friday. Okta, CrowdStrike, they were looking good as well, but a lot of them finished poorly. ZS, I think finished. I mean, it was well off its highs, but still up a decent amount. So this morning here we have another rise, and it's not holding the gain so far. Granted, look, we're only 15 minutes into the session, so it's too early to call it one way or the other. But I liked how it had that break of the downtrend. It really kind of just hugged the 50-day moving average line as it got down there. And yeah, the break of the downtrend I think was pretty powerful. This is something that went on both leaderboard and swing trader. Had some volume behind it, and look at the relative strength. The relative strength is getting to new highs, well ahead of the price. That's a positive as well. So it has a number of things going for it. The group has been improving. Granted, it was one of those groups that really got hit hard and didn't rebound as quickly, but this is now kind of made itself comfortable again back above its 40-week moving average line. That 40-week is turning up now, so that's a positive, and it's holding above that 10-week line. So those are some of the things that I'm looking at. And look, on the fundamental side, it's hard to ignore some really big numbers there in terms of growth. We've had a number of triple-digit gains, for 4 quarters in a row. So that's pretty impressive, and the estimates going forward are pretty decent too.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts on how this stock is trading around the round number of 160, Justin?
That was an area where it kind of hit its head a few times. It popped above it briefly, but couldn't hold. So yeah, a lot of times when you see kind of a recent area, it does make sense to go back and see if that is important. And in this case, it absolutely is. You can go back all the way to 2021. You see how that was a support level, back there for a base. In 2020, it was kind of a resistance level. So yeah, this is kind of an important area. So you know, for swing trader, our plan is to always try and lock in some gains, quickly into strength. But I think we are at a critical juncture here. Can it pass that 160, stay above it? Because look at what happened, last time it did that, and especially if it gets above it and then maybe pulls back a little bit, finds support there, and then can continue on. So, depending on if you're kind of doing a swing trade or more of a position trade, it's right on the cusp here. So, if it's going to work, then you can start building a position, maybe add to it if it gets above those areas of resistance. And the great thing about adding to something when you already have cushion is, you're kind of using the market feedback to get your position in. You start, the market tells you, hey, you're on the right path. The way the market tells you that is you're making money. And then, if it continues higher, you can add to it. You're going to add fewer shares, so that you don't raise your average cost up too much. But that's kind of the recipe for success that Bill O'Neill used to build his fortune.